It'd be fun to see him
It'd be
fight
a
few
lot
more
of fun.
times.
It'd be a lot of fun.
Greatest
to see him
personality
again.
the sport's ever known.
That's right.
There's no one even close. I mean, he's the most dynamic personality the sport's ever known.
It's going to be fucking bananas. It's going to be bananas. I mean, people are going to go crazy for the return of Conor McGregor because he's a giant person.
Amid the brutal back and forth between Max Holloway and Conor McGregor before their bout, Joe Rogan has shared his breakdown of this rematch. He appeared ecstatic on Conor's return simply for his dynamic and energetic personality, which the sport seemed to have lacked regardless of the tremendous talent flowing in. He was in the Matrix.
In the Matrix. He was in the Matrix. He was just in the zone. You know, Dana said it best. He's like, that kid eats pressure. He goes, he eats it.
Yeah.
Like, he thrives on pressure. Pressure that makes other people wilt.
Yes.
He, like, shines under that.
However, sharing his take, Joe Rogan emphasized that though the highly anticipated fight between Conor McGregor and Max Holloway will generate massive hype, MMA fans, especially those who don't keep a close watch, should not expect the same version of Conor from years ago.
Good for everybody. It's good for the sport. It's great for the sport. It's like, that's what we need. We need more competition, more eyeballs on it. And unfortunately for the the people that are casuals, it has to be a name. You know, it has to, like, this Conor McGregor fight in July is going to be fucking bananas. It's going to be bananas. I mean, people are going to go crazy for the return of Conor McGregor because he's a giant personality.
But don't expect the same.
How could
you just can't?
He hasn't fought.
Predicting the bout, Joe simply noted that Max's age and his activeness in terms of his career, as compared to Conor's will, play a significant role in deciding winner of this rematch and how much it differs from their first meeting inside the Octagon.
The thing is about Max Holloway is, like, Max Holloway isn't
he's young.
that much younger than Conor.
He's not.
But the thing is, Max has been in constant high-level competition the entire time. Won the BMF fight, beat Dustin, like, constant high-level competition.
That's right.
It's a different thing.
And I honestly believe him at 155 is the best thing for him.
Absolutely.
Max.
But he's not 155 in this fight.
This is 170.
170.
But honestly, he might be
No
better.
weight cutting at all.
Just no weight cut, just kind of walk around.
And also, knowing this is such a high-profile fight, Max is always in insane shape. But in particularly in this fight, he's going to be in fucking insane.
Meanwhile, enthralled about his return, Conor McGregor recently opened up about his training camp, explaining how after years of struggle, he has never looked better due to his newfound discipline and sheer mindset to take over once again.
Feel great. Yeah. Feel absolutely no. I think stylistic, exceptional. No corners cut. No flash or. He's been quiet this camp.
Further enhancing his newly acquired motivation, Conor has been laboring away at the gym, hitting pads as well as working on his stamina to ensure that on fight night, every game plan is perfectly executed by him. On the other hand, Max has also been hard at work in his training camp, preparing to counter anything thrown at him. And for optimal results, he seems to have also enlisted the help of renowned fighters like Jack Della Maddalena to help him become familiar with the weight class. Along with this camp, Max has also been gearing up for this bout, mentally understanding the significance that this rematch will have on both of their careers and how any loss will result in serious implications.
It's do or die for both of us, I believe. There's a lot riding on this fight. Even though it's a 170, I think so. You see the 155 champ, Justin Gaethje, talking about this fight. You see a lot of people talking about, like, if he does this, he can go to the Islam route. So at the end of the day, it's a huge fight, and that's all I can focus on. I'm just focused on Conor McGregor. I need to go out there, get my hand raised in exciting fashion. Not just get my hand raised. Like this sport, as you can see, just getting a hand raised sometimes doesn't get the job done for you. So at the end of the day, I gotta go out there. I gotta be exciting. I gotta get a big finish, or if not a big finish, a super dominant win in a way where people are just mind blown.
However, shifting towards the bout at hand, Conor brutally dismissed Max as an opponent, claiming that Holloway is no match for his skills and that he will tame him just like he did in their previous fight.
It's just different fights, right? It's just every every fight is different, you know, and especially with 10 years, you're a different fighter, bro. I know, I saw the interviews. I know you're going to bring it up and say that him saying that I'm not a different fighter and blah, blah, blah. It is what it is. He can tell himself, keep telling himself whatever he got to tell himself. I just need him to come in, and show up July 11th, you know, and get in that octagon, and then, you know, we can find out if he's right.
Max also seemed less than impressed with Conor's return, explaining how all this trash talking is just a facade and that nothing but skills will really matter when both of them enter the octagon.
Looked like he stepped over certain lines, but I don't care, you know. People get to forget, bro. I don't get paid for doing. I mean, yeah, it is in our contract that we need to do all this spectacle stuff, you know, the press conference, the media. But I actually get paid when I make weight and I get to punch in the face. You know, at the end of the week, at the end of the day, you can say all you want to say. I got 25 minutes with you on Saturday night, and, you know, I'm going to make the best of it.
Moving on, while expressing his views, Jon Jones showed genuine praise for the Irish fighter, stating how though Conor has achieved almost everything as an MMA fighter, his return at this stage goes on to show his devotion and deep admiration for the sport, which is commendable.
McGregor, what do you make of his comeback?
Conor doesn't need to fight. He has everything. And I respect the fact that he's coming back to fight so much because it shows that he's a fighter in his heart. You know, me, I got to a certain level and I decided to walk away. You know, Conor, he's back. And it just shows how much he loves the sport. It shows that he's still that fighter despite having so much success.
Furthermore, Jon also praised Conor for his tremendous impact on the sport in general, based on his stellar personality and unique businessman mentality, which has allowed him to get out of darkness in his life towards a brighter chapter in his life.
He's just great, man. The businessman that he's been for our sport, you know, he teaches fighters that we can be more than just fighters. You know, we can take our brand and do something special with it, which he did with Proper 12 whiskey and everything. Proud of Conor. I'm a massive fan. I think I will be for the rest of my life. You know, he has had a lot of struggles, ups and downs, just like I have, but he always gets back on his feet, which is a huge example to so many out there.
Meanwhile, just like other analysts, Dricus du Plessis also appeared excited about Conor's return, stating how, despite the wild speculations, this time around, Conor appears locked in and motivated enough to win his return fight against a tough opponent.
And I almost got, like, when I saw it, I was like, no, this can't be. And then I saw the page that posted, and I'm like, they wouldn't post a fake. I mean, I've heard Conor McGregor's being back like 20 times over the last year, but just random pages, you know, clickbait. And then I saw it, and I saw the page that posted, and then I saw the UFC posted, and I went, okay, this is really happening. Because I've been following Conor for a long time, and I've been following him over this last couple of months. And my boy's locked in. He's been training, I see his training footage, he looks good. He's back to his old ways, which is great. He made that change, and, you know, he took time off, and, you know, a long time off, but, you know, he still had that hunger. He always wanted to.
Talking solely about the rematch, DDP emphasized that both fighters met one another in the Octagon more than a decade ago, so it will be exciting to see how they have matured and improved, providing the fans with an unforgettable experience.
And like you said, I mean, he was a star way before I was just starting my pro career. And, you know, then you have Max Holloway, an all-time favorite, crowd favorite. I love him. I think he's an incredible fighter. Him and Conor had that, I think it was Conor's second fight in the UFC. Him and Holloway, what was that, 13 years ago, I think.
Yeah, 2013.
Yeah, so those guys fought, and Conor, I remember that's when Conor tore his knee. He blew his knee in that fight, and he had to grapple with Holloway. With Holloway's takedown defense, and Conor was able to take him down and out-grapple him there. So that was this is going to be very interesting. I think it's going to be a striking fight, of course.
On the other hand, still being cautious about this comeback, Chael Sonnen explained how, though the increased weight this time around will not be a major factor hindering the fight, it's still something that might affect the fighters, and that according to Sonnen, whoever manages to control their body wins the bout.
Gets a little older, he gets a little more size. That 10 pounds isn't coming as handy as it once did. So now you're going up yet another weight class. It is true. It is true that the bigger you get, you'll be a little bit slower, but we're talking about fractions of a fraction of a second. And it is true that your conditioning won't last as long if you're carrying more weight around. But again, we're talking about over the course of an evening, 7, 9, 12 seconds. Like however hard you could go for however long you could go, that extra weight might slow you down about 10 seconds. You're gonna go 10, and that's enough. I'm just sharing for you, it's not as significant as you might.
Talking about Conor's chances of securing a definitive win, Chael emphasized that the best bet would be to get an upper hand in the very beginning of the fight by using his signature powerful left hand, which will leave Max unable to counter with anything meaningful.
Going into a new weight class, going into a 5-round atmosphere, but there is a case for Conor. There is. That left hand is an incredible equalizer. But there again, if you tell me you think Conor's going to win, I'm hearing you think Conor's going to knock him out. If you tell me you think Conor's going to knock him out, I'm hearing you think he's going to do it in the first round. If you tell me you think Conor's going to knock him out in the first round, I'm hearing Conor's going to land that left hand. And if Conor is going to beat Max by knockout in the first round, it is going to be with that left.
In contrast, the MMA Guru stated that despite his admiration for Conor, he is siding with Max this time, but that does not take away the fact that the added weight might end up playing a major role in the fight, especially for Conor in the first couple of rounds. But Guru still cautioned about this tactic backfiring and becoming a hurdle for Conor in the second half, if the fight goes that far.
A lot of comments saying that already, but this being at 170 makes it extremely interesting. I'm gonna go towards Max Holloway, and I'm leaning towards Max Holloway. But I don't know if, like, McGregor's going to at least have 10 pounds on him, dude. He has put on a lot of size. Is that a recipe for disaster for him if this does go into the later rounds? Yes. I'm talking about a McGregor fight in 2026. I'm breaking down a Conor McGregor fight in 2026, dude. I actually can't believe I'm saying these.
Regardless of his intrigue, Guru stressed his prediction in favor of Max in this rematch, explaining how, due to Conor's inactivity and personal struggles, he might not be the fighter he once was, especially against someone as active and dynamic as Holloway.
He's gonna win, but I think we're gonna get a hell of a fight, and you know what? I hope if he shows up and everything goes according to plan, if everything goes according to plan here. By the way, McGregor, there's rumors that he's pushing for a 3-rounder. If he gets a 3-rounder, his odds of winning, in my opinion, go drastically upwards. I'm still leaning Holloway. Time in the game, I think he'll be more durable on the feet. I just think once you've been out of the game for so long and then a shin collides with yours, or you get a kick blasted across your elbows, or you take a front kick to the body, and Holloway, you know he's going to be stomping that lead leg of McGregor as well. I just don't know if, like, he's going to be able to just zone back into the headspace that he needs to be in to get a top win in MMA.
Moving on, Tim Welsh expressed worry for McGregor, questioning if this was the right pick for him, especially considering his years of inactivity. He explained how, despite choosing a relatively easier opponent, Conor went right to a beast like Max, who is deemed as one of the most brutal and durable fighters in the division.
Fights at 170. The fight's at 170. Conor's been out for 5 years, half a decade. Not the best fight to make, in my opinion. Max Holloway is probably, he's one of the most slick guys. He fights southpaw, he fights orthodox, he'll stomp your legs, he'll teep your body, he'll piece you up with his punches. 5 rounds. I know McGregor and those guys were pushing for 3 rounds. Max Holloway is the king at 5 rounds. I know some of his sparring partners, he's got some good southpaw sparring partners that throw their 2 nice and slick and that faster than probably McGregor does at this point. How will Conor's cardio hold up? 37 years old, and we're jumping straight into a 5-round main event against Max Holloway, who's number 4 in the world.
Though Welsh appeared to be on Max's side, based on his ability to exert tremendous pressure on his opponents, there is a big chance that Conor can chase the trajectory of this fight if he locks in, based on the training he has been going through in the last couple of days.
Max Holloway is going to batter Conor McGregor, especially 5 rounds. Conor's going to come out there. If we make it to the fight, I really hope we make it to the fight. 170 pounds makes me think we actually might make it to the fight. But again, 5 rounds. You've been on the couch for a decade. You're fighting Max Bless Holloway, who's been in there. He fought Charles 2026. He fought Dustin 2025. He fought Ilia Topuria 2024. Just in 2024 also, KO'd Justin Gaethje. 2023, KO'd Chan Sung Jung. Okay, the last time Conor fought, Max fought Yair Rodriguez, 2021. Okay, so Max is just in it. This is one. It's a big fight. It's a huge fight. I'm fired up. But God, they could have hit something sweeter. This is gonna be a rough day for Conor McGregor. I'm a little bit worried.
Similar to Tim and a majority of other analysts, Carlos Prides appeared doubtful about Conor's chances of taking down Max Holloway based on his years of inactivity and being out of the ring, especially in a sport like this, which is not forgiving about taking a lot of time off.
He can beat Max at 170.
No, I think Max gonna win. I'm super fan of Max Holloway, you know, like, but he have like he fighting more, you know, like McGregor is 5 years without fight.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's gonna beat Max Holloway.
Even though they're fighting at 170 and Max has never gone there. Doesn't matter.
No, I don't think so. I don't think.
No, I think Max gonna win. I'm super fond of Max Holloway, you know, like, but he fighting more, you know, like McGregor is 5 years without fight. Yeah, so I don't think he's gonna beat Max Holloway, even though they're fighting at 170 and Max has never gone there. Doesn't matter. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Sharing his prediction, Michael Bisping stated how though he is aware of Max's abilities and his sheer skill set as compared to his opponent, there is a chance that Conor might also secure a huge win if the fight goes to later rounds by using his tremendous power and his remarkable left hand.
Holloway had 8 fights since Conor McGregor last fought, and he fought the likes of Charles Oliveira, Dustin Poirier, Ilia Topuria, Justin Gaethje, the Korean Zombie, Arnold Allen, Alexander Volkanovski, Yair Rodriguez. I mean, holy shit. The man's been fighting nothing but the best. So this is far from an easy fight for Conor McGregor. And I respect it out of him for coming back at 38 years old with apparently hundreds of millions of dollars in the bank account and fighting Max Holloway that's been so active, and the fight happening at 170 pounds. I do think that gives Conor a little bit of an advantage there. I think in terms of fluidity, speed, and all the rest of it, and putting combinations together, there's no one in the UFC that does that better than Max Holloway anyway, so of course he has the advantage there. But when it comes to raw, one-punch knockout power, of course you got to give that to him.
Furthermore, regardless of his prediction, Michael praised Conor for stepping into the ring after such a long layoff and at his age when fighters mostly retire. Michael also addressed the comments about his mentality, emphasizing that based on his interview and statements, there is no doubt that Conor is at the top of his game, making the people questioning him appear like fools.
Conor McGregor's 38th birthday, okay? Not an old man, but certainly not a spring chicken by any accounts, and certainly when it comes to professional fighting. Now, you could argue that he's had 5 years away from the sport, which is true. That's 5 years of not having the wear and tear. That's 5 years of not going through training camps, 5 years of not getting punched on the face, taken down, choked out, all that kind of stuff. The wear and tear, he hasn't been going through that. The man's made an absolute fortune in and outside of the cage, so he hasn't had to do that. He's been chasing business ventures and enjoying himself outside of the octagon. Fair play to him, that is the life that he's built. But he's come.
So in the end, what are your thoughts on this fight between Conor and Max Holloway? Are you excited about McGregor's return like Joe Rogan? Or do you believe that the Irish fighter might have underestimated this challenge? Make sure to tell us about your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe to our channel for more exciting MMA updates.